I'm starting to see that we tend to fear our own potential. We tend to fear our own potential because we don't know exactly what this potential means. This potential is something that you can be as long as you pour into it. It is the unknown. That's why we don't pour into it. We're so used to being ourselves, the ones that we've spent time building up until this point, that it's comfortable to stay in our own shell. Our own shell, meaning the person that we have been each and every day. It takes a lot to build something that you aspire or dream about. Dreams become reality when you take initiative. You have to take that chance within yourself in order to become this person that you're fearing. This potential is something that lies dormant within yourself, no matter how many different videos that you look into to improve yourself. If you believe that you cannot start this journey, you lack the confidence, you lack the assurance within yourself, then you'll never begin. You're so stuck on that safety net of self that you don't believe that you can change. The belief in changing is something that takes time into developing and letting go of fearing the unknown. The unknown is not certain. That certainty that we have is knowing that the person that we are today is who we will be if we continue to stay stagnant, if we choose to stay there. The choice is really yours. Choosing not to progress, choosing not to step outside of the comfort zone, that comfort circle that we've created as a safety net, will continue to pile up. The days will fly by faster than you may know it. Days turn to weeks, which turn to months, which turn to years. These years will pass you by, and you'll be at a new age, looking back to how much time you could have had you started, had you began. This is something that is really sentimental to myself because I believe I was in that same predicament to this day. I never gave myself the chance to truly express anything or to initiate what it is that I wanted to do. This YouTube journey, I should say, is something that you have to take on regardless of anything that you knew before. Turning on the camera and sitting here speaking to an audience that you do not know is something that takes skill. Skill that you acquire takes practice. And within that practice, you have to constantly show up for yourself. Showing up for myself sparked that inner child in me, that person who wanted and aspired to become someone who I am today. Looking back, realizing that the potential was always within myself to begin. The potential is always there, yet you have to potentially take that leap. One day you'll realize that, what am I so afraid of? What is this fear? What is this holding me back from actually going after something that I've aspired to do since I was a kid? These dreams are things that we will keep in our head and remain as a dream until we take that chance. Until you take that chance. You really have to accept that along this journey, you will come across hardships. These hardships will undoubtedly shake you up, instill negative thoughts that you have to decipher through and realize that it's all a process. These doubtful thoughts are thoughts that come quite literally to everyone along the way. It's draining. You lose inspiration. You lose desire to constantly show up for yourself. However, when you lose the enthusiasm, the desire for yourself to chase after what it is that you want to do, you don't take the time to reflect back how far you've come. It is always an important thing to see your foundation, to see where you started from, to see how bad, how awful you may have been from the beginning of your journey. This journey is something that is true to yourself. It is whatever you make of it. It is not going to be perfect because we are imperfectly made. We are made to continuously grow and change ourselves. Staying stagnant, staying in the same place, allowing yourself to get into a cycle of where days repeat themselves, where you stay sitting in the same place, not looking to improve or change because you're comfortable with who you are now. If you're comfortable with that, there's no reason for you to be watching this video anyway. This is about growth and change within yourself, the desire to want to be better. knowing your potential. You can take it anywhere. The limit is yourself. You limit yourself when you don't believe in yourself. You limit yourself when you do not take initiative. You don't take initiative on that potential. Just know that there are no bounds that are holding you back. The limitations that we have are due to our own stigma that we have on ourselves that we are not enough. I don't know why it is something that it is commonly portrayed within multiple people that we do not know what it is to believe in ourselves enough to achieve whatever it is we want to do in life. I continuously battle with that myself because I'm starting to realize that a lot of this takes my own effort, putting forth the energy into myself, pouring into myself, giving myself more time, and recognizing that this journey starts with me. All of the things that I was led to believe that I needed before I started this was something that I delayed myself from, thinking that I needed a camera. You have an iPhone. I'm recording on an iPhone right now. Definitely the microphone quality, I would say invest even in these AirPods or even earbuds if you don't have an iPhone. I completely forget about people who don't have iPhones, but I digress. Thinking that you need elite equipment to even start something is diabolical. You don't need the top of the line anything because you are not top of the line at all. Not yet, at least. The more you pour into yourself, the more you will achieve, the better you will get. And it's up to you to constantly have that persistence within yourself to chase after it. Don't even chase after it. Believe it will be a reality and make it a reality. Chasing after it, essentially what you're doing is it's so far out of your grasp. That's why you're running after it. You don't believe it yet. Know it to be true within yourself. Know it to be true that you have what it takes because that potential within you will come out. It will come out once you take initiative. It will come out once you start. Start today. Don't start tomorrow. Tomorrow doesn't exist. Putting off your time into tomorrow is the most destructive thing that we have taught ourselves to do. Putting things off for tomorrow, you may not feel the same as you did today. I realized that in my own character as well. I would always put things off for the Alec for tomorrow. She didn't want to do it. She didn't want to do it today. What makes you think she wants to do it tomorrow? Change that perspective within yourself. Change that perspective. Change that outlook. Realize that it starts with you. That potential will die out with the years to come if you never start.